Good afternoon. It's me. I'm back again. I don't know if you have this problem, but I have it all the time. People love to get in your energy, pull from your sacral area, which is your waist down here. They want to pull from there because that's your creativity. That's your chakra. So it's 7 chakras: top of your head, forehead, throat, heart, this area, and then your root down here. So they want to take my sacral and my root area. They want to take all this, the energy from there, where I do my creativity and my foundation, okay? That's how your energy works. This is energy, okay? So what people do is steal off of other people's energy when they're in high vibration. So that means they're going to take my creativity, take all my, ways of making money. They're going to take that, try to steal it from me. So then I would be in lack. I would be lazy. I would be tired. I would be, some type of ailment I would have, back pains, stomach pains, joint pains, headaches, because they're siphoning off of your energy. They're pulling off of your energy. So when people say, oh, I don't believe in that, that's just like witchcraft. That's energy. That's energy. So it's like whatever people say, whatever rolls off of their tongue, it can actually manifest into that. So you have to be careful with your words. Well, otherwise, you're using a form of witchcraft, black magic. So today was pretty good, I haven't had an attack until, well, I didn't get an attack. I stopped it actually before it happened today, because I know how to use my power now. I know when I see, when certain things is coming, I get a notice before it actually start happening. So I already know. So then I put my words into action, okay? When you put your words into action, it'll manifest and it can happen. Just like when one of my previous videos, one of my shorts where the guy tumbled over because he was rushing. He lives like 2 buildings over. I built 2 buildings over, a little ways down, and he was running down here to get down here so he could start casting. I felt the energy and I returned it back. I said, return it, sender. And he rolling down here, and he just so happenly to tumble and flip over because I sent the energy back, because he was trying to cast on you. And he's also one that had been casting and doing sex magic. And yeah, so I had seen him. I had a vision of him. But at the time, I didn't understand how energy works. I didn't even understand why I was even getting a vision of this man until I started realizing it's sex magic. Because when I would get urges to want to have sex, and I've been celibate for a while now. So I would get urges to want to have sex. And why would I be having flashes of his face? And I'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah, so that shit is crazy how this shit works, okay? How this energy hyphen, how they can steal, so people can do sex magic with you, steal your energy and do magic and have you, I guess they can think of you once they get into your energy, they can think of having sex with you, and somehow the energy will get to you and you will want to have sex. And I don't even have a sex partner. I don't even have no one I would want to have sex with. I'm not sexual active. And so even for me to want to have sex, it's normal to have that urge, but to think of my neighbor, yeah. I mean, you should see this guy. I mean, so when I realized, why am I thinking of this guy, and I would ask myself, why am I thinking of him? So then when I started doing a little research and understanding how energy works, I realized this man got into my energy because at one time they had my energy. I was broke down. I was losing jobs. I was losing friendship. I lost, a lot. But once I realized, because I was like, why is everything was going down like this, straight down? And I was like, no, something's going on. I had to do more research. And that's when I really had gotten into tarot. And yeah, I had a lot of people in my damn energy. So I've been having a lot of energy lately. And I'm like, damn, like I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I have a lot of energy. So I'm like, wow. So now I need to find some shit to do, but that's what I wanted to talk about, energy. People could get in your energy, and it's easy to do if you're not aware of how they do it. Like I can literally stand right next to you and steal off your energy and without you knowing, without you not, you not being aware, because if you don't know, then how would you know? So once I realized, what the symptoms are and how it feels when people try to hyphen off of you, which you start feel like pulling sensation in your abdominal area, where you really want to pull over, bend over and just squat down because the pain is so, you know what I'm saying? The harder it is, the harder they pulling on your root, trying to take your power from you. Because that's what it is. Your power, your energy, that's what they're trying to take from you. So once I learned that, if I go places, like, I used to always go somewhere, be somewhere, go to a restaurant, be out in public. But really, I really can't do that. I really can't, because people read energy and they see that I got a lot of it, and it's a lot of good energy. So when you have a lot of good energy, you can manifest good things. I mean, whatever you want, you can manifest. Some people use it for bad, but me, I use all my energy for good, for the positive, for love, for growth, prosperity, for wisdom, just growth positively overall. For me, for other people. Anyhow, when people realize and see that you have that, because people can feel it, pick up on your energy too. I can be around certain people and instantly start feeling sick. I already know you're not of the light. I get sick when I get around dark people. Yes, I get sick literally instantly. I get headaches. I used to be at work and I would literally be sick, just sick. And I wouldn't understand why I would be sick, because it seemed like when I get home, I'm okay, But then I was under all these spells and under these curses and binds and ties and hooks and sex spells, and man, I was under a lot of shit, okay, where it was at a point where I was homeless. I gave up on my appearance. I didn't, I stopped getting manicure and pedicures. I stopped, I just showered. I just showered and made sure, I was fresh. There was a time where I wouldn't shower for 3 or 4 days. I mean, it wouldn't be like I smelled, but it would be times where I wouldn't shower, because at one point I was homeless. So it would be a point where, yeah, I wouldn't shower for 3 or 4 days, and I was perfectly okay with it, because I feel like if you smell yourself, everybody else can. So I didn't smell myself because I started using natural deodorant. you know, for my body. And I would just, you know, spray it. Like, actually, I used it all over my body so it neutralized my scent. You know what I'm saying? It neutralized my scent. So, yeah. And actually, the way I really started, where I didn't have to shower for it, because I wanted to see how long, you know, before my armpits would start smelling, or I would start smelling down here, you know, from being sweaty or whatever. And it would be 3 or 4 days. So I have a good natural deodorant, because I actually stopped using a lot of over-the-counter products. I don't use over-the-counter, a lot of the over-the-counter products that I used to. And that's another thing that we'll talk about. But when I first found out about energy manipulation, a lot of people, my family was, you know, in my energy, was siphoned off of me. People I used to work with was siphoned off of me. A lot of people, like at different jobs, from years, 10 years, 8 years, 15 years, siphoned off of me. It's crazy how it's done, but it's done. Like, I guess, and to keep getting into the energy, you know, I guess they would do something like maybe call me and I'll call them back. It's real crazy how it goes, but I'm learning each day, daily, how people can manipulate your energy and try to steal it. Like, I have neighbors right now. I have neighbors. I'm on the 3rd floor, so I got to go up 2 flights to get to my 3rd floor. So, 1st, 2nd, and then go up to my 3rd. So, going up my stairs, what I noticed my neighbor do is they sweep they dusty floors, because we all have hardwood floors. So they sweep all they shit outside. Now, if I happen to step in their shit, like I see a lot of hair, I see a lot of this shit I don't want to track in my house, because I know how energy works now. So there's a lot of shit that I don't want to track their shit. It's bad enough you tracking dust, you know? So now you want to track other people's shit that you already know they're doing shit, you know, trying to manipulate you and use sex magic. It's 3 and 4, like, men. Right now, I got one on the 1st floor. Older Asian man. He tried to get in at my energy and try to do a sex thing too. I caught his ass. I caught his ass and called his ass out right in on it. And called judgment on his ass. So I know he got it. So the next time I saw him, I spoke to him, and he was so hesitant. He was actually scared to speak to me, because he know he got caught. So I'm learning now, when I'm getting a certain urge or I feel a certain way, like sometimes I'll be, like lately I have been edgy, want to bite my nails and, you know, doing all this. And I'm like, no, this ain't me. Who is this? I know who it is, you know. Somebody worried and a motherfucker, you know. Yes, a lot of people worried. But anyhow, when they get in your energy, or when they start talking about you, you know, you start thinking about that person, they talking about you. They talking about you. Your ear ringing, they talking about you. Somebody talking about you. That's energy. So don't just think your ear is just ringing. You know what I mean? Or it could be, you know, God calling you, or your your ancestors, you know, calling you in your ear ring too. So you have to know how to decide which is which. And so now that I learned and know how these people try to get in your energy, like I was saying with my stairs, they put, I live across the street from a cemetery. They put dirt. Now, I don't really know if this is real cemetery dirt? Or is it just dirt they put and trying to put fear in me? Because that's one way of getting your energy too. When you get scared, your vibration, your energy level go down. And that's a way they can get in your energy and to start pulling on your chakra. Okay? And how they do and what they do, I still don't know. I don't do witchcraft. I don't do spell work. So I don't know what they do or what they say. So, but I just know what happens when they do whatever they do. So that's still some more studying I need to do, because I actually need to know what they do, what they use, from the sound of it, because I noticed somebody's going through my trash can. So I don't know, somebody might have said that I do spell work, because I'm like, why do you guys want to go through my trash? Like, so I make sure personal things don't go in that trash can, because they want to use it against me. That's one of the bitches been in my energy right there. You should see her face. Wrinkled down on motherfucker. She look like the Wicked Witch of the OC. Yep, she one of them. So she probably trying to see what's going on. I wasn't thinking the other day how I had pulled up in her and another lady, because I know it's two different energies over here, two different females. So at first I was thinking, oh, it's the sisters, but I'm for sure now, because when they sent a chaos spell and I sent that shit back. When I sent that shit back, I said the next night she got into it with some man. So I think, anyway, I don't need to be on that, but anyhow, yeah. So when I sent the chaos spell back, she had the chaos. You see how that shit work? Just like you seen the man flip over. So he want me, he been trying to hags my car. Yeah, he be trying to speak over my car and shit. Him and then 205 in jail. Sure did. Call the damn police on his damn self. I send this shit back. See, what they doing is trying to get a reaction out of me. They trying to get a reaction out of me. So I'm not reacting, because like I said, if I react in a low vibration, then they the one who wins, because then they get in my energy and they can manipulate it. And if you don't know how to, remove spells and ties and, curses off of you, which I learned how to do that too. So not only these people around here had, it was hyphening off of me. My mama, my sister, my ex-husband, he was doing sex magic on me, doing spells on me, like, I wouldn't get in no other serious relationships. And I was wondering, like, why would I never get in serious relationships? There were some relationships I did walk away from because I already knew that, it wasn't going to be nothing. So I walked away from them. But then there was some that, I really wanted to. And I understand some people do walk away because, things are not working out for them, or just the whole relationship is not working out. But it was just too much, because I know me, I know my self-worth now, more now than before. And I just felt, and I knew, because I had to do, draw cards on that too, where I had to ask, is this man have a sex, doing some magic on me? He was doing magic on my kids, So those, I see now more clearly why my kids were acting the way they was towards me, which I knew something was going on. But see, like I was saying, I didn't believe in the magic. So they try to, how they be trying to look after their peripheral. I'll be flipping them off. I know they see that shit. I know they see that shit. They ain't got enough balls, and then they attack a woman. These are men. Everybody out here, there's two females that I know of for sure. It could be other people. I don't know. For sure. For sure. 1, 2. Oh, man. It's a lot of men. A lot of men be trying to latch on over here. And I'm sure to have sex with me spiritually. I know for sure. And of course, my sacral, which is, you know, this area. So of course, sex is tied to your wealth. Sex, yes, if you use it properly. People use it and just don't know what to do with it, you know? So the next person I'm with, yeah, it ain't gonna be just sex, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be making we're gonna build some wealth. Yeah, empires. Yes, yes. Anyhow, if you know how to use your power, you know how to use your energy, you can manifest whatever you want. I'm learning that too. So this is the reason why my family was doing black magic on me, to keep me from knowing how much power I hold, because it's in my blood, you know. My bloodline is a very, very royal bloodline. I'm just learning this, okay? I knew I was special. I ain't gonna lie. And I knew this at a young age. I even had a dream. But my mom was doing black magic on me to make me forget, because I told her to dream. I told her to dream. I had this dream, and I'm going to share this whole story with you one day. But I had this dream when I was a kid. I was about 5 years old. I had this dream. God showed me. He had it out, you know. I lived it in the dream. I went through it in the dream, night by night by night by night, till the end of the dream, until I got to the end of my, you know, to my destiny, you know. I'm going to say when I fulfilled my destiny, okay? When I woke up, you know, I told my people, you know, I told my relatives, I told my, you know, my family what was going on, right? I told them what was going on. I told them, you know, the dream, right? And they all laughed. The immediate, you know, I was just like down, you know, they like still in my shine, you know, they gaslit me. You know, they had me shamed. You know, I felt bad, went to my room crying. And you know what I did when I went to my room crying after they all laughed? And then, before I tell you what I did, each family member of my mom that came over that was in the dream too, she told them, oh, Stephanie, tell them your dream. Tell them your dream. Tell them the dream you had. You know, so I'll tell them the dream word from word. And when I told them the dream, you know, they'll laugh. And then maybe I told about 2 or 3 different family members, and they'll laugh, and everybody will laugh. Even my little sister, and she was in the dream too. Yes, she's my biggest enemy, guys. She's so jealous of me. I'm like, wow, my sister jealous of me? Yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow, but okay. My mom jealous of me too. I really believe my daughter jealous of me too. Because she do some shit. And I understand, my mom's a Virgo. So, my daughter is a Virgo also, so they have some of the same qualities. Well, I won't even call them qualities. They have some of the same ways. So I learned that my daughter is jealous of me. So is my mom and my sister. And a lot of other people. And I'm just learning this now, okay? Because I used to hate, like, dang, you know, my friends hate on me. You know, they wouldn't compliment me. And it wasn't like I would look for one. But I see them compliment everybody else, but they never compliment me, and I'm supposed to be a friend. You know, they never compliment me. And I'm like, dang, why people don't compliment me? I know my shit was cute. You know, I was confident, especially after I left my husband, after I left my ex-husband. When I left him, oh, my compliment just shot the fuck to the roof, through the roof, okay? But yeah, people would give me that evil eye. That's before I knew about energy manipulation. They was just stealing my shit, and I had no fucking clue. Even my sister, she called me one day, and she was pretty much asking me, did I believe in, black magic? I guess she was calling to see if I do it, or to see how long or how much manipulation she can do, because she called and said that she had went to, one of her sister-in-law's friend's house or a relative's house, and she was telling me how the lady had all the mirrors. So she said the lady had went back in the back room, but she said she felt like somebody was watching her. I was like, oh, for real? I said, well, maybe the lady was looking through you, because if you have your mirror set right, you can probably look through one mirror and look through all the other mirrors to see her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I never really did nothing like that. So I said, well, maybe the lady's looking at you through one mirror, and she can see you, how the mirrors, because she said the lady had mirrors all through the house. Whatever that's supposed to mean. So I'm like, okay. What I'm learning about mirrors now that I know about energy and spirits, mirrors, energy and spirits is easily to come through mirrors. You know how I don't know, some kids or some people, when they're young, they, test the waters a little bit, because you hear about that Bloody Mary thing, and you do it in the mirror. So I don't know if you ever done it or not. I advise you not to, because you might get tempted and want to stay on that side and start doing witch shit, you know what I'm saying? I attempt to do it with my sister, Cherie. I attempted to do it with her, and she stayed on the dark side. I walked out on it. As soon as I saw the image of Bloody Mary, I walked out, and I didn't want no more to do with the shit, okay, because I was done with it. So she decided, I guess, to do it. So when she asked me the question, now we, young adults. I'm like about 35, 36. She 3-4 years younger than me. So when she called and told me that, I said, oh, don't worry about it. I said, you didn't feel no type of way. You just felt like somebody's watching it. She said, yeah. I said, oh, well, don't worry about it. If you don't believe in it, then it won't work. That's exactly what my words were. Because she was insinuating the lady was doing black magic. So basically, I was thinking my sister was testing me to see if I knew anything about it. You know what I'm saying? To see, if I would know right away if she was to do that. Because right after then, that's when the shit started going wrong in my life. Before then, I was doing very well for myself. Very well. I'm sure I would probably have a couple of restaurants by now. Very sure it up. Anyhow. Yeah, she kind of, I'm just thinking back on that, and she started manipulating me. I started having relationship issues, my money, my clients. Yeah, my clients, I used to have a really nice clientele, and I had a lot of professional people, and so they pay me well and tip well. And my sister didn't want me to have that, okay? So, and then my ex-husband, he was doing you know, magic on me too, spells. So he didn't want me to be in no relationship. I guess he never wanted me to do better than him, which when he was with me, I the one built him up. Believe me, because when I met him, he only had one pair of shoes, and them motherfuckers was ran the fuck over, okay? And he wore those to shoot. He wore those shoes to work, church, and school. I'm just saying. He didn't go to school, but I'm just saying. He wore them shoes, you know, and I had to like, hey, you know, get 4 or 5 pair of shoes. Why just buy one? And then when those shoes wear out, then he wanted to buy another pair. Now, motherfucker probably got 100, 200 pair of shoes. It's amazing how you do what I want you to do after I leave your ass. You know, it's like probably got a whole wardrobe because he used to wear his clothes to work. I buy him a new outfit. Shit, he wear that whole outfit to work the next day. You hear me? It ain't no good now because you do maintenance. He'll do shit like that. So every time it was time to go somewhere, we'd have to go out and buy him an outfit and some shoes. Yeah. Anyhow. Yeah, they steal your energy. So when I asked him for the divorce, he was devastated, okay? He was devastated. And he said, I'm going to make sure if it's the last thing I ever do, if I die, I'm gonna try my best to keep you, what do you say? You know, tear your life down, tear your world down. Yeah. He been doing a pretty good job, but now I got control of my shit now. So you can't spiritually manipulate me, so you can step up to the plate, bro, if you want to. Because I'm sick of you throwing stones and hiding your hands. You know what I'm saying? Hi. Yeah. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of every last one of y'all throwing stones and throwing, you know, and hiding your fucking hands. Doing shit in the dark. I done had a vision of a whole lot of you motherfuckers. So I can start calling names because I know every last one of you. As a matter of fact, I done seen a couple motherfuckers. I done seen a couple of y'all in the fucking 3D, not just in the 5D. I done seen a couple of y'all. Walmart, ring a bell? Not only that, a lot of you motherfuckers on my messenger, so y'all, that's how y'all was pulling off my energy. Because a lot of you motherfuckers on my messenger. You still is, I see y'all. I see y'all. Matter of fact, I'm going to send you this message too. I'm going to send you this. Anyhow, yeah, they're getting your energy. They can get in through online, through you know, messengers, any type of social media. They can get into your energy, looking at your pictures. So you gotta, you know, speak over your shit. You gotta speak over everything your name on. You gotta speak over it. So what I'm doing is the energy they send me, now that I recognize it and feel it and I can tell when it's happening, I can send the shit back. When I send it back with love. So when you send it back in good energy, you don't get no bad karma. You get good energy. You just sending the fucking energy that people send you. I just send a little bit more with love. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do that shit. Send it back. You send it with good karma. You send it back with good. So if they want to take from my sacral, I say, no, I don't want this energy. You can have it back, but I'm going to send you 50-fold more. You know what I'm saying? You do it like that. You'll start seeing shit happen. Just like the lady passed by. She used to look like a little baby doll. I remember seeing her face. But I was looking old in a motherfucker. And I used to look in my mirror and I'd be like, damn, why I'm aging? Like, why am I aging? you know. I would have like it's a little dark here, but it was way dark, real wrinkly, you know. I'm like, nah, this ain't me. So, I had to learn how to get my energy back. Yeah, break those curses, those spells, those chains, generational curses. Yeah, you got to break generational curse to get some generational wealth. You will never get generational wealth if you ain't breaking no curses, if you're not changing your lineage, if you're not breaking curses, changing the bloodline. Yep. So me, I am the fourth generation. I'm the fourth one that broke the generational curse. So if I had went on with the flow, what they doing, my family, it would have been 4 generations of this curse. Somebody 4 generations ago put a curse on my family, on my bloodline. Yeah. So I had to break the shit because when I was coming up and I seen, what my mom did, what my stepdad did, what, my mom's siblings did, just stuff was done. I didn't want to do that to my kids. Like, how much trauma I went through. Majority of my mom's friends put their hands on me. And I'm not talking about physical abuse. I'm talking about sexually. A lot of the company they kept. Sex. What's sex? Because sex was never brought up in my house. Sex was never brought up in my house. So, yeah. Anyways, looking back as a kid, my energy was taken so much from my mom. How much I was humiliated. I remember the pains. I was sick a lot. I didn't go to the hospital, but I was sick a lot. I had sores. I had a lot of sores on my body. A lot of sores. And I would be picking at them. Remember that, what's the one in the Bible? Job. Didn't he have sores? Man, my back, acne. It wasn't even acne, it was sores. Like, it was man. Boils. That's that witch, those spells, the curse. Nightmares. It really was not really nightmares. It was actually God talking to me, telling me what my life was going to be. But me as a kid, I'm not understanding. I answered the call when I was chosen. I answered the call. So I was chosen. And I understood the assignment. Sure did. I understood the assignment. Before COVID, I made a statement on Facebook. If you're not mentally and spiritually and emotionally prepared, you're not going to make it. Something like, get your shit together now, or something like that, I said. And I'm not even on Facebook no more because I learned that everybody down there my friend on there was manipulating me. From high school people, some childhood friends, cousins, my mom, my sister, my brother. It's sad. It's sad that Your own mama don't want you to fulfill your own destiny. What the fuck? Like, why are you so worried about mine? Because she had one too, but she fucked hers up and wanted to do evil instead of good. She was high priestess. She could have did good by hers, but she decided to do bad. My sister, she had a calling on her too. She didn't understand the assignment. She didn't understand the assignment. Damn, that was the manager. Now, what he looking for? I'm sitting in the car. I'm sitting in the car, and he couldn't see me at first until he got up closer. Once he seen me, he don't walk away, but he was walking towards my car. The shit I go through. Like I said, they trying to get a response out of me. So back here, I lost my job. Let's see. This is 22. So back here, September, October. Yeah, October. Yeah, it was right before Thanksgiving. October 21, I lost my job. Teresita Carter called me. She's part of a cult too. She a witch. One day I seen her at a Christmas party and the bitch looked old and Medusa. So yeah, some of that shit didn't backfire on her ass. That's what had happened. And so what happens is, when you hyphen off of other people, you can get the youth. Like I said, you can get the youth, you can get their whatever you want from them. You can take it from them. So if you got beauty, if you got all that good shit, if you're beautiful and all that, they can take that shit. You see that motherfucker? That's the manager. He be harassing too. He be trying to get in my energy too. See what people don't realize, especially these motherfuckers. I didn't have a vision. I didn't have a vision of all my fucking enemies. So I have a vision of people come towards me before they come. So when I see them, I already know what's up because I didn't already have the vision. And like I said, when I was having the visions, at the time, I didn't fucking know. But now that I know what it is now, those people are attacking me. So I get the vision. Yes, I get the vision. So before he came on this property, I already had a vision of him. I just didn't, at the time, didn't know why. So I caught my neighbor 303, right across from me. She had one of those Ring doorbells. So she was tracking my every fucking move. So she knew when to do. And she was doing her black magic through the doorbell. You know how you can speak through the doorbell? The Ring. She was casting spells. She'll see it real low. So as I'm walking up to the stairs, and to my door, I can hear her saying shit. And I'm like, damn, I know I'm not hearing voices. I'll be looking like, okay. Then I realized that's her saying that shit through the Ring, because they do have a speaker on there. Like, she can be somewhere, I can ring her doorbell, and she can be down the street, and she can answer her calls through the phone. So it has, you can talk. So, how I caught it was her son, Black, shouted out something loud. And I said, oh, because I will always hear voices. So I said, damn, I know I ain't crazy, but I'm hearing a voice. I'll look around, I don't see anyone, But it was her, she was casting. So I tested a couple of more times, and I noticed that's exactly what she was doing. So one day, I had drove off. I was headed to the store. I had to pull over because I had to make sure I had my wallet. So as I'm listening to the radio, the thought of her came up. I just thought of her, and all of a sudden I got real hot and started sweating. That's another sign. That's another sign. You just start getting hot out of nowhere. Just hot, just boiling hot, sweating. Yeah, they trying to hyphen off of your energy. I caught her ass right there. I caught her. So what I did was when I caught her, I called it out. When I called it out, because how energy worked, my words went back. She knew. So I played it off and texted her. Normally she'll text back, because we had been texting back and forth like we cool because we've been having a problem with 205. Both of us. He was harassing both of us. So when I called her out, I waited a few minutes and then I texted her. She never replied because she knew she was busted. So that's when I make the statement. Okay, this bitch gotta move because with this doorbell thing, you can't keep staying next to me doing this damn spells, on me. So now I realize, oh, you part of my enemies. Okay, somebody done paid your ass and you finna lose your motherfucking job. That's exactly what I said. She lost her job. Because I lost my job. So I felt that she was hyphing off of me. So then she lost her job. Then I said, because she kept doing the shit. She kept doing the shit. So I was fighting her back spiritually. Fighting her ass back. Every time she pulled off of me, I knew exactly how to get it off of me. And I'll send it right back. So I just told my spirit guides, I said, she need to move. She need to go away. She need to move. Next thing I know, she was moving. So the guy with the mohawk earlier that passed through here, the first guy, he was another one. He was beating up a lady, abusing a lady, and I can hear, and I didn't know who was doing it. All I heard was a lady screaming and hollering. Like, stop, get away, stop. So when she did that, I called 911. They came. So I said, I don't know who's doing all the screaming and hollering, but it's coming from this direction. They went up there and his ass came out. So he looked at me and gave me some fucked up look. I said, okay. So one day I come home, I pull up, shit, he was standing leaning up against that wall. He started casting on me. But see, I didn't understand the energy thing. But once I realized that's what he was doing, I cast it out. And I didn't cast it. I broke that bond. I broke the spell. I broke it because I realized what he was doing then because I looked back on it. And I said, that's what he was doing. But he was leaning up against the wall as I was parking my car. He was mumbling something. He was casting. You can cast with your words. Yeah. So your words, when you speak something, that's a cast. That's a spell. You're casting a spell. So you got to be careful with your words because you are using witchcraft and you are going to be judged. So be careful with that tongue. Now, yes. So anyhow, I be very careful with my tongue. I be try my best to send shit back. But yes, I still curse. Yes. I'm still the same person I am. I'm just more mindful of what I'm doing and what I'm saying and how I react to shit. Because now I know how people get in your energy. I don't eat nobody's shit. I don't drink nobody's shit. I don't even have no goddamn friends. I mean, there's people that I will hang out with, but we don't hang out, I'm sure if I probably call them and say, hey, let's do this, let's do that. But I'm so skeptical at this time because I know I'm being set up for a lot of shit. I see the shit be playing out. Like I see my ex, Abraham, I seen your ass yesterday when I pulled up yesterday. You got somebody driving, you on the passenger seat, pull back when you got to where my car is, you slid up. I saw you with the damn glasses, dude. I'm not retarded. I'm not dumb. Stay your ass over where you live at in your area. I don't even understand why you're here. And if you're here for someone else, please don't allow me to see you again. Stay away. I don't want to see your face again. Your cars, I don't want to see them. And don't be casting no spells over this, because you know already messed up your whole lineage. Your ancestors are embarrassed of you because you've done too much damage. Not to me, but to your own lineage. You done messed up some shit. So maybe I'll see you next lifetime. And that's with love. Dude, I know you're gonna see this, but remember those last words I said to you? Remember when I first met you, I sat on your lap? Remember when we went to, was that Mother's Day brunch? Yeah, outdoors. Was that on the pier? Where were we? Yeah. Those moments was, yeah, I dreamed those. And I was trying to tell you. But somebody wasn't listening. So now you gotta do this shit all over again. That's sad, dude. Anyhow, we gonna take my energy off of you, but stop coming around here. Stop spying on me. Get off the social media. Leave me alone. Stop harassing. Same with you, Charles. Same with you, Cherie, Essie, Hattie, Hadiva. Yeah, and I also know Dave is right here down the street, right here. Yeah. That's the one who flipped over the other day. Yeah. If you look at my short, that's the guy. That's my auntie's old man. He a damn pedophile, convict, rapist. He belonged to he's associated with the cartels. Yeah. Weak as fuck. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. He just weak. He be trying to steal my little energy. Even my auntie Hattie. She tried to get me to do spell work when I was younger. I didn't want to do this shit. So that's probably why she coming against my whole family. I'm sure they got a life policy on me because that's what they do. My Uncle Horace tried to get me to get a life policy on the lady he was living with. She was an elderly lady, but she was so nice and I really miss her. And she do come to me a lot. That shit was set up, and I wonder how many other of my family members had a policy on that lady, because I know Horace did. Horace tried to get a policy on Carrie. Miss Carrie. She was a nice lady. I really liked her. But yeah, my uncle, he tried to get in. He said, "You want to get in on it?" I said, "Get in on what?" He said, "Get a life policy." I said, "On who?" He said, "Carrie. You know she ain't going to be here that long." I said, "Oh, no, I'm good. I'm capable of getting my own money. I know how to get my own money." So he probably resent me because the way I said that to him. I said, "No, I know how to get my money. I don't have to, scam off of somebody, especially somebody's life." How disgusting is that? So yeah, he did get a payout on her death. He got some money. I don't know if it was her death or if it was her, because he got in a car accident in her car. So it could have been one or the other, or both. But I know he got some money. And I know he told me about that shit. He asked me, did I want to get in on it too? I'm like, get in on what? Back here, my sister, we talked about the church, because I used to work for this preacher. I didn't know at the time he was a preacher, but I used to work for a preacher, and I used to braid his hair. Not his hair, but his granddaughter's hair. So I would go to this home. And I really don't even know who referred. Yeah, now that I know. I think it was lady from church. So it was a setup, because he's a preacher. So this is a setup, because my church, the people against me. Yeah, I grew out of my church. I used to go to church, holy roll. Yeah, lay on my face, pray, all that. Give all my energy to the devil. Sure was. And never really accomplished anything. Once I gave up church, I knew how to manifest. Everything I got right now, I manifested and never called out on God, not one time. You hear me? Or walked into a church or read a Bible. That's one of the biggest lies in history. It's religion. Religion is nothing but to manipulate your mind and to control you. See, this is why I have problems with CIA and the government. They want to manipulate my mind, keep me under control, under the thumbtack. I get emails all day, every day, for government assistance, how they can help me. Now, some stipulations behind that. Something, some way to control you. No, I make my own rules. Yes. That's called being free. You're not free if you have Social Security. There's stipulations. There's a rule. You're being controlled. It's bad enough you got stop signs, red lights. You're being controlled. But we need to wake up, because you see how things are going. Men want to be women so bad. But this is a man's world. I'm not understanding. If this is a man's world, why you want to be a woman? We all know this is a woman's world. A woman created this shit. Come on now. We gave birth to this shit. So if you're a woman, do you know how much power you got? And how many people stealing that shit from your ass? You better know how to wake up. You better wake up and steal your shit back so you can get your generational wealth. I'm here to help you do that. I love you guys. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. It was just something that I wanted to share with you guys. Maybe it helps somebody about energy. We gotta learn how to protect yourself, not just on a 3D. We don't need to walk. I don't have no rifle, no gun. I don't need that. I know how to protect myself energetically. When you know how to do that, you don't need no gun. You don't need no peppers. You don't need none of that. You don't need none of that. You gotta know how to heal yourself energetically. When you learn how to do that, they can't touch your ass. Nobody can. stand in your power. I love you guys.